Hey everyone, welcome back. It's time for another deep dive.
Oh,
And today, we're going to be looking at equipment leasing,
oh, interesting.
but not the usual stuff about, interest rates and payment terms and all that.
Hmm.
We want to go a little deeper and explore how these companies are adding real value for their clients with all these new services they're offering.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's not just about financing the equipment anymore. It's about the whole package, the whole experience.
Exactly. So we're going beyond the basics here. We're talking about innovation. We're talking about the future of equipment leasing.
I like it.
So the article we're diving into today, it's from the your rate card. It's called Elevating Your Equipment Leasing Business with Value-Added Services. And it was published on January 8th, 2025.
Okay.
And let me tell you, this article is packed with ideas that sound straight out of the future. We're talking AI-powered predictive maintenance blockchain contracts for seamless transactions and so much more.
That's pretty high tech.
Oh, it is. And one of the things that really jumped out at me right away was this idea that simply offering the lowest rates, it's just not enough anymore.
Yeah, I can see that. The market's getting more and more competitive. Clients are becoming way more sophisticated. They're not just looking for the cheapest option. They want a partner who understands their needs and can help them succeed.
Right. And that's where these value-added services come in. Instead of just being a financier, these leasing companies are stepping up, becoming strategic allies, offering services that can make a real difference.
It's a whole new way of thinking about equipment leasing.
It is.
Yeah.
So let's dive into some specifics. The article talks about technology and data-driven services, things like predictive maintenance using AI, which could help you avoid those really costly downtime by spotting potential problems before they even happen.
Oh, that's a game changer. Imagine getting an alert that a piece of your equipment is likely to fail next week. You can schedule maintenance in advance, minimize disruption to your operations, and potentially save yourself a ton of money on emergency repairs.
It's like having a crystal ball for your equipment.
Right, exactly. You're staying one step ahead.
And speaking of thinking ahead, the article also highlights sustainability and ESG solutions, things like eco-friendly equipment options and carbon footprint calculators.
That's huge. Sustainability is becoming a top priority for businesses, and leasing companies are recognizing this. They're offering solutions that help their clients make more environmentally responsible choices.
It's not just about the bottom line anymore. It's about doing business in a way that's good for the planet.
Absolutely. And it's not just about technology and sustainability either. This article covers a whole range of service categories, each one more creative than the last.
Yeah, they cover everything from equipment maintenance and support to financial and consulting services, even end-of-lease solutions designed to make the whole process super easy.
The breadth of these offerings is really impressive. It shows that leasing companies are going above and beyond just financing to become full-service providers supporting their clients at every stage.
Right. And I love this part. They talk about industry-specific customization. They give examples like calibration services for healthcare or safety training for construction. It's like they're saying, hey, we get your industry and we've got solutions that are tailored just for you.
That's the key. A cookie-cutter approach just doesn't cut it anymore. Clients want a partner who understands their specific challenges and can offer solutions that are truly relevant.
It's like having a leasing partner who speaks your language, you know? Gets what you're going through.
Exactly.
And get this, they even use the phrase Star Trek level technology at one point.
Woo!
They're talking about how these advancements have the potential to totally transform the equipment financing landscape.
That's a bold statement.
It is, but I think it reflects the level of innovation we're seeing. It's not just about adding a few bells and whistles. It's about using technology and creative thinking to deliver real value for the client.
It's exciting to see where this is all headed.
It really is. The whole thing makes you rethink what equipment leasing can be. It's not just about getting the lowest rate. It's about finding a partner who can help you optimize your operations, manage risk, and even become more sustainable.
It's about a true partnership where the leasing company is invested in your success.
Exactly. Okay, so we've established that value-added services are a big deal. But what do they actually look like in practice? Let's dive deeper into some of these specific service categories and unpack what they really mean for you.
Let's do it.
And we'll start with what seems like a no-brainer: equipment maintenance and support through dealer network. This category focuses on keeping your equipment running smoothly, and the article highlights several key services in this area.
Okay.
First up, preventative maintenance programs. These programs involve scheduled inspections and servicing to keep equipment running at peak performance and prevent those unexpected downtime situations. And because these programs often involve collaboration with the equipment dealers themselves, You're getting expert support from the people who know your machines best.
It makes sense to get the experts involved, right?
Right. What's crucial here is the shift from reactive to proactive maintenance. Rather than waiting for something to break down, you're taking steps to prevent problems from occurring in the first place. This can save you a lot of headaches and money in the long run.
It's like taking your car in for regular oil changes. A little bit of preventative care goes a long way.
Exactly. Of course, sometimes things do go wrong no matter how well you maintain your equipment. So that's where emergency repair services come in.
Right. You need to have a backup plan.
The article talks about leasing companies offering 24/7 support with rapid response times, ensuring that if a piece of equipment breaks down, you've got a team of experts ready to get you back up and running ASAP.
That peace of mind is invaluable. When your business relies on that equipment, every minute of downtime can cost you money.
Totally. It's like having a safety net for your equipment. You know that no matter what happens, you've got someone in your corner.
I like that analogy.
And speaking of keeping your equipment in top shape, the article also mentions upgrades and refurbishments as a key value-added service.
Interesting. Tell me more.
This is about helping clients get the most out of their equipment by offering options to upgrade or refurbish existing machines, which can be a more cost-effective way to improve performance and efficiency than buying brand new equipment.
That makes a lot of sense, especially in today's economy. Businesses are always looking for ways to stretch their budget.
For sure. This highlights another important aspect of value-added services. They're not just about the initial purchase. They're about supporting the entire life cycle of the equipment. A good leasing company will be thinking about how to help you maximize the value of your investment over the long term.
It's about a long-term partnership.
It is. It's like giving your equipment a second life.
Yeah.
And speaking of life cycles, warranty management is another important service mentioned in the article.
Oh, yeah. Warranties can be so confusing.
They can be. Leasing companies can help clients navigate the complexities of warranties, ensuring that they have adequate coverage and that claims are handled smoothly. This can take a lot of the hassle and uncertainty out of the equation.
That's a huge help. It's about peace of mind. Knowing that your equipment is protected and that you won't be hit with any unexpected repair costs.
Exactly. We've covered a lot of ground already, but we're just getting started. There are so many more fascinating categories to explore.
I'm ready for more.
Are you starting to see how these value-added services are changing the game of equipment leasing? It's no longer just about the financing. It's about the partnership, the expertise, and the support that comes along with it.
Absolutely. It's a whole new ballgame.
It is. Stick around, because in Part 2, we'll be diving into even more innovative and strategic services, exploring categories like financial and consulting services and customer experience enhancements.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
Get ready to have your mind blown?
I'm ready.
See you soon. All right, we're back for Part 2 of our deep dive. And last time, we're talking about keeping your equipment in tip-top shape with services like preventative maintenance and emergency repairs. But now let's switch gears a bit and explore a category that you might not expect: financial and consulting services.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's not just about financing the equipment anymore. It's about leasing companies becoming true financial partners, helping their clients make smarter decisions overall.
Yeah, I'm seeing that trend more and more these days. Leasing companies are really stepping up to become more like trusted advisors.
Exactly. The article really emphasizes that. It's like they're recognizing that acquiring equipment, it's just one piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
They're offering a more holistic approach now, providing financial guidance and support to help their clients succeed overall.
Right. It's about the bigger picture.
It is. So, for example, they talk about flexible payment plans, which basically means tailoring payment schedules to match the client's cash flow. So instead of a one-size-fits-all approach, they're creating solutions that work for each individual business.
That kind of flexibility can be a lifesaver for businesses, especially those that have like seasonal ups and downs or unpredictable revenue streams. It helps them manage their cash flow more effectively and reduce financial stress.
Yeah, it's like having a financial advisor built into your leasing partnership.
Exactly.
And speaking of expert advice, the article also highlights tax and accounting advice. Leasing can have some pretty complex tax implications, and not everyone's an accounting whiz.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So some leasing companies are now offering guidance in this area to ensure that their clients are compliant with all the relevant regulations and taking advantage of any potential tax benefits.
That can be a huge help.
Yeah.
Navigating those tax codes can be a real headache.
It can be. So having a leasing partner who can provide expert advice in this area can save businesses a ton of time, money, and potential stress.
It's like having a CPA on call, but hopefully without the hourly rate.
Right,
Thanks.
exactly. The article also delves into lease structuring, which is basically about customizing lease options to suit the client's needs. So they might offer different types of leases, like fair market value leases or early buyout options, giving clients more control and flexibility.
That's great. It's all about empowering clients to make informed decisions instead of just being locked into a standard contract.
Right. It's about having a lease that's tailor-made just for you. And speaking of tailoring things to your needs, the article also talks about residual value management. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, residual value is the estimated value of the equipment at the end of the lease term,
Right.
right?
And it can have a big impact on the overall cost of leasing.
Hmm.
So some companies now offer expert advice to help clients make informed decisions about what to do with their equipment at the end of the lease, whether to buy it, return it, or maybe even lease something new.
That can be a tricky area to navigate because residual values can fluctuate so much depending on a whole bunch of factors.
Yeah, they can. So having a leasing partner who understands all these nuances can help clients avoid any surprises and make the most of their investment.
It's like having a crystal ball for your equipment's future value.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so we've talked about keeping your equipment running smoothly and making smart financial decisions. But what about the overall experience of working with a leasing company? Is it a smooth process? Is it a positive experience?
It's a really important point.
It is. And that's where the category of customer experience enhancements comes in. It's all about going above and beyond to make things as seamless and as positive as possible for the client.
Makes sense.
So one key service mentioned in the article is having dedicated account managers. So instead of getting passed around from department to department, clients have a single point of contact who really understands their needs and can provide personalized support.
That's huge. Building a strong relationship with your leasing company is so important. And having a dedicated account manager really fosters that trust and open communication.
Right? It's like having a friend in the leasing business, someone you can rely on.
Exactly.
And good communication is crucial in any relationship, right? So the article emphasizes the importance of proactive communication. This means keeping clients in the loop about important things like maintenance schedules, lease terms, even industry trends that might affect their business.
Proactive communication is all about transparency and building that trust you were talking about. It helps prevent any surprises and ensures that everyone's on the same page and that the client feels confident that their leasing partner is looking out for them.
Right. It's like having a leasing company that's always looking out for you, anticipating your needs before you even have to ask.
That's the ideal scenario for sure.
It is. The article also mentions customer feedback programs, which is all about actively gathering and acting on feedback to continuously improve services. They're always looking for ways to get better.
That shows that they really care about their clients and they're committed to providing the best possible experience.
Right. It's like they're saying, hey, we want to hear from you, and we're going to use your feedback to make things even better.
It's a two-way street.
It is. And remember how we were talking about Star Trek level technology earlier?
Yeah.
Well, it plays a big role here, too. The article talks about how leasing companies are using AI advanced technology tools, client portals, interactive dashboards, all to enhance the customer experience.
It's about leveraging technology to make things easier, more efficient, and more user-friendly for the client.
Right. It's like having a personal assistant for all your leasing needs available 24/7.
No, that's what I call service.
Okay, so we've talked about keeping your equipment running smoothly, making smart financial decisions, and having a great customer experience. But there's one more crucial piece of the puzzle that we need to talk about: sustainability.
Yeah, that's becoming increasingly important for businesses of all sizes.
It's no longer optional. It's a must-have. And that's where the category of sustainability and ESG solutions comes in. This is about helping clients make environmentally responsible choices and achieve their ESG goals. And let me tell you, the options are pretty amazing.
I'm all ears.
For starters, the article highlights eco-friendly equipment options, which means promoting equipment that's energy efficient and environmentally friendly. So instead of just offering any old piece of machinery, they're actively seeking out and promoting options that have a lower environmental impact.
That's a great way for leasing companies to align with their clients' values. More and more businesses are looking to reduce their carbon footprint, and this is a tangible way to support that.
It's like saying, we're in this together and we're going to make a positive impact on the world.
I love that.
And speaking of making a positive impact, the article also mentions carbon footprint calculators. These are tools that help clients measure their carbon footprint and identify areas where they can reduce their environmental impact.
Those calculators can be really helpful for businesses that are just starting to think about their sustainability journey. They provide a baseline measurement and help companies track their progress over time.
It's like having a fitness tracker for your company's carbon emissions.
I like that analogy.
And speaking of going the extra mile, the article also highlights sustainable equipment disposal. So at the end of the lease term, instead of just sending the equipment to a landfill, they're offering recycling or refurbishment options, ensuring that it's disposed of responsibly.
That's a critical part of the circular economy. It's about closing the loop and minimizing waste.
Right. It's like giving your equipment a second life, or at least ensuring that it's recycled properly.
Exactly.
And speaking of going above and beyond, the article also mentions carbon offset financing. This is about helping clients finance projects that reduce or offset their carbon footprint, like investing in renewable energy or tree planting initiatives.
That's fantastic. It's about taking a proactive approach to sustainability and investing in solutions that benefit the planet.
It is. It's like saying we're not just financing equipment, we're financing a better future.
I love that mindset.
We've covered a lot of ground today, from maintenance and financial advice to customer experience and sustainability. And it's clear that value-added services are transforming the equipment leasing landscape.
They really are. It's a whole new way of thinking about leasing.
It is. It's about shifting from a purely transactional relationship to a true partnership, where leasing companies become trusted advisors and strategic allies, helping their clients not just acquire equipment, but also optimize their operations, manage their finances, and achieve their sustainability goals.
It's about seeing the bigger picture and understanding that equipment financing can be a powerful tool for growth, innovation, and positive impact.
It really can be. But wait, there's still more. We've only scratched the surface of what's possible with value-added services. In our final segment, we'll delve into even more specialized services, like industry-specific solutions, emerging technologies, and even some surprising extras that might make you rethink everything you thought you knew about equipment leasing.
Can't wait.
Stick around. It's only going to get more fascinating from here. All right, we are back for the final part of our deep dive into value-added services, and we've covered a lot of ground. But now let's zoom in on how these services are being tailored to specific industries.
Okay, sounds good.
Remember that phrase, industry-specific customization, from the article?
Yeah.
That's where we're headed now.
Right.
This is where things get really interesting. It's about recognizing that one-size-fits-all just doesn't work in the world of equipment leasing. Each industry has its own unique challenges, regulations, and needs.
Right. Different industries have totally different equipment needs and operating environments.
Exactly. You wouldn't expect a company that leases construction equipment to have the same expertise as one that leases medical devices.
Yeah, no, not at all. And that's why we're seeing this move towards specialization. Leasing companies are developing deep expertise in certain sectors so they can offer services that are really relevant and valuable to those clients.
Right. The article had some great examples, like in healthcare, they mentioned calibration services to ensure that the medical equipment is accurate and meets all the regulations.
Yeah, that's critical in healthcare. A healthcare-focused leasing company might also offer maintenance programs that are designed for sensitive medical devices. Or they could even help with cybersecurity to protect all that patient data. It's about going beyond just financing and becoming a partner in compliance and safety.
It's like having a leasing company that's also a healthcare expert.
Exactly.
And for construction, they mentioned safety training for the equipment operators.
Oh, yeah. Safety is paramount in construction. A construction-focused leasing company could offer on-site safety inspections, operator training programs, certified by, industry bodies, even consulting on best practices for site safety. It's not just about providing the bulldozers and excavators, it's about making sure they're used safely and effectively.
So it's taking a holistic view, considering not just the equipment itself, but also how it's used in the environment it's operating in.
Exactly. It's about the bigger picture.
They're really thinking ahead. Okay, let's shift gears for a minute and talk about the future. The article teased some pretty exciting emerging technology solutions. What kind of innovations are we talking about here?
This is where it gets really futuristic. We're talking about harnessing cutting-edge technologies like AI, blockchain, and the Internet of Things to revolutionize the equipment leasing process.
Okay, let's break that down. I've heard a lot about AI lately, but how would that even work in equipment leasing?
Imagine AI-powered algorithms analyzing tons of data from equipment sensors, usage patterns, maintenance records, basically everything.
Okay.
This could help predict potential failures before they happen, optimize maintenance schedules for each machine, even suggest ways to operate equipment more efficiently, saving time and money.
Wow. So instead of just reacting to breakdowns, we're proactively preventing them. That's pretty amazing.
It's all about being proactive.
What about blockchain? I know it's a hot topic, but I'm not sure I fully get how it applies to leasing.
Well, blockchain technology could transform the way leasing contracts are managed. Imagine secure, tamper-proof contracts stored on a decentralized ledger accessible to all parties involved. This would increase transparency, streamline the process, reduce paperwork, and potentially even automate payments.
So it's like having a digital notary for your lease agreement, ensuring that everything is secure and above board.
Exactly. It's all about trust and transparency.
And then there's the Internet of Things I keep hearing about, IoT-enabled devices.
Yeah.
How does that play into equipment leasing?
Think of equipment embedded with sensors that are constantly collecting data and sending it over the internet. This allows for real-time monitoring of performance, remote diagnostics, and predictive maintenance at a whole new level.
It's like each piece of equipment is talking to us, telling us what it needs and when it needs it. It's like something straight out of Star Trek.
It is becoming a reality. And these are just a few examples. As technology keeps advancing, we can expect even more innovative solutions in the equipment leasing space, making things easier, more efficient, and more cost-effective for everyone involved.
It's really incredible to think about the possibilities. Okay, before we wrap up, I have to ask, were there any other surprises in the article? Anything that really caught your eye?
One thing that stood out to me was the idea of buy now, pay later for equipment.
Oh, wow.
It's something we're all familiar with for, personal shopping, but applying it to business equipment is pretty new.
So you could get a piece of equipment like a forklift or a 3D printer, start using it right away, but spread the payments out over time.
Exactly. This could be a game changer for businesses that need equipment immediately, but they need to manage their cash flow. It could also make high-quality equipment more accessible to smaller businesses or startups that might not have all the cash up front for a big purchase.
That's amazing. I never would have thought of buy now, pay later for a bulldozer or something. It shows how the lines are getting blurry between how we finance things for our personal lives and for our businesses.
It's all about flexibility and finding solutions that work for everyone.
I love it. All right, we've covered so much ground today. It's clear that value-added services are really changing the game when it comes to equipment leasing.
They really are. It's not just about financing anymore. It's about partnership, expertise, and support.
So what does all this mean for our listeners? What's the big takeaway here?
I think the key is to shift your thinking. Don't just look for the lowest rate on a lease. Look for a partner who understands your needs and can offer those value-added services to help you succeed. Ask yourself, what challenges am I facing? What are my goals? And then find a leasing company that can help you tackle those challenges and reach those goals.
It's about seeing the bigger picture, finding a leasing company that aligns with your values, and using these amazing services to optimize your operations, boost your sustainability, and ultimately achieve your business goals.
It's about taking your business to the next level.
It is well said. Thank you so much for joining us for this incredible deep dive into the future of equipment leasing. We hope you learned a lot and found it as fascinating as we did.
It's been a pleasure.
And to all our listeners out there, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep. We'll see you next time.